Good evening. I'm Hope Coulter, Director of the Hendricks Murphy Foundation Programs in Literature and Language, and I'd like to welcome you to Hendricks College. It gives me great pleasure tonight to induct our second cohort of Murphy Scholars in Literature and Language. Last August, as I filed into the new student convocation, following my colleagues in the faculty processional, we passed a lamppost. The same kind of elegant black lamppost that punctuates the campus, casting its glow on the brick walkways and the leafy trees. But in this case, it was rather unexpectedly fixed in the middle of the highly polished wooden floor. As we wound around it, one of my colleagues, who shall remain nameless, muttered, "What is this, Narnia?" I stifled a laugh, for no, the academic rites had not morphed into a C.S. Lewis novel, and as I wedged into my row, it was not overcoats in a magic wardrobe that I brushed against, but the sleeves of my colleagues' academic gowns. Yet I thought of this incident a few weeks ago when we held an informational session at the Hendricks Murphy Foundation for sophomores interested in applying to the Murphy Scholars Program. Some of the students who had already benefited from our programs were speaking about their experiences. Now, although our official name is the Hendricks Murphy Foundation Programs in Literature and Language, or Hendricks Murphy for short, students have their own shorthand. They use the Murphy House to refer not just to our inviting brick building with its gabled roof and its round seminar room, paneled-in windows, but to all of our programming. And so when one student said, "Through the Murphy House, I went to Argentina," and another chimed in, "Through the Murphy House, I studied Taiwanese," I felt that maybe we really are a kind of Narnia. The Murphy House is a portal, no less than a magic lamppost, through which students are transported to wondrous worlds and transforming adventures. For nearly 40 years, the Hendricks Murphy Foundation has brought to campus eminent writers, poets, playwrights, literary scholars, and theater directors, including 16 Pulitzer Prize winners, 10 National Book Award winners, even a Nobel Prize winner, twice. These distinguished visitors interact closely with students, visit classes, advise projects, and give public lectures. The foundation also sponsors many programs available to the entire student body, such as language activities, book groups, summer language immersion programs, study abroad in literature and language, and individual projects involving study, research, practice, travel, and service in literature and language. Last year, we added depth and weight by centering these programs around a new core, the Murphy Scholars Program in Literature and Language, which provides opportunities for students with intensive interests in these fields, regardless of their major, to go deeper and explore further. The Hendricks Murphy Foundation was established in 1978 by the late Mr. Charles H. Murphy, Jr., former chair of the board of Murphy Oil Corporation, former member of the Hendricks Board of Trustees, in memory of his mother, Mrs. Bertie Wilson Murphy. A 1905 graduate of Galloway Women's College, which later became part of Hendricks, Mrs. Murphy had a lifelong love of literature and language. In the words of her granddaughter, Martha Murphy, Bertie was pragmatic, practical, and sensible. She had a nimble mind, a giving spirit, and a kind heart. She was considerate and compassionate. She was brusque and could be quite strict. She possessed a wonderful sense of humor, coupled with a powerful intellect. Charles Murphy credited his mother with imparting, in Martha's words again, a deep and abiding love of learning, a love which was tightly laced through all facets of life. Thanks are due tonight to these generous founders and to the Hendricks Murphy Foundation Board, which sustains this programming, as well as to everyone here who makes it a reality. President Tsutsui and Provost Bonebright for your vision and leadership, members of the Hendricks College Board of Trustees, faculty members who push students toward deeper questions, more complex thinking, and more precise expression. To my coworkers, Henrietta Vanneman and Sarah Engler-Young, who make our programs run smoothly and elegantly and make the Murphy House the welcoming place that it is. Also to you, friends of the Murphy Scholars who've come out tonight to show your support, siblings who shared the excitement of foreign phrases and favorite writers, who showed your brothers and sisters that books were worth reading under the covers and arguing about in the back seat. To you, parents, grandparents, and honorary parents who read and talked to these young people, not to mention all the midnight trips to the bookstore every time a new Harry Potter book came out. And to you, the new Murphy Scholars, thank you for your enthusiasm and your willingness to embark on this journey. In your statements of interest, I read over and over the drumbeat of your assertions that literature and language can cross borders, vanquish alienation, and bring people together. I'm very excited to put those assertions to the test and set forth on this adventure with you.
Well, good evening. What a pleasure and honor it is to be here this evening, not just to celebrate 25 talented young people, but also to celebrate the second year of the Murphy Scholars Program, something unique among colleges and universities around the nation, and I suspect around the world as well, and a real point of distinction and pride for the Hendricks Murphy Foundation and for Hendricks College. Thank you all for joining us tonight, friends, faculty members, families, as we give thanks, offer congratulations, and launch the second cohort of Murphy Scholars on their adventure in language and literature. And let me just ask the second class of Murphy Scholars tonight, a lot of you look really nervous. Y'all are already selected. It's cool, okay? Shake it out. It'll be okay. I'll try and keep my words to a minimum, although Hendricks Murphy is very much about words, their power, their beauty, their expressive force, and their absolute importance in a world that sometimes seems given over entirely to the digital, to numbers and statistics, and to a soul-crunching avalanche of data. I will try not to overburden you with words this evening. First, though, a few words of thanks. Thanks above all to the board of the Hendricks Murphy Foundation, especially Martha and Suzanne Murphy, for challenging us several years ago to reimagine the Foundation's programs in literature and language. The Hendricks Murphy Foundation, as Hope just described, has a distinguished history enriching the life of this campus with some remarkable visitors, with strategic investments in new programs and resources for the college, with critical support for students, faculty, and departments, and by uplifting us all with the perspectives, inspiration, and creative energy of poetry and drama, French and creative writing, study abroad programs, word garden, and curious, wonderful events like last year's Meet a Mule. No other college in America has a gem like Hendricks Murphy, an extremely generous endowment dedicated solely for the promotion of literature and language. But even with this rich history, the board realized we could do more. And in particular, we could do more in reaching students, in ensuring that the transformative power of literature and language went deep as well as broad at Hendricks. And the folks who took up this challenge are the folks we should thank next. The faculty in the three core Murphy departments, English, foreign languages, and theater and dance, and the fabulous, fabulous staff of the Hendricks Murphy Foundation, especially its director, Hope Coulter. Can we have a round of applause for those folks? I also especially want to recognize our provost, Terry Bonebright, who worked closely with the faculty and with Hope in evaluating the Foundation's programs, in focusing its efforts even more acutely on students and aspiring to an even bigger impact on this campus and on the lives of the graduates who live here. The provost is often one of those shadowy jobs in the back of things that happen at a college. So let's give Terry a round of applause too, please. Now, it is just amazing what the faculty, Hope and Terry, with the support of the board, have come up with. Hendricks Murphy's new vision builds upon the strengths of the Foundation's past, but creates new opportunities and new programs that will set the college even further apart from other institutions in what it can offer students in literature and language. Of course, as you all know, top of this list is the Murphy Scholars Program. And I wonder if there are any members of our inaugural class of Murphy Scholars out there. If you are, please wave your hand. We are proud of you. Some of you are waving two hands, which shows good initiative. Thank you so much. These folks, many of them are now immersed in our Oxford-style tutorials, which are one of the other innovations in Hendricks Murphy. We are one of the small handful of institutions in America that can offer this kind of individualized education on a significant scale. And it's something truly special, I think, and something that goes to the very roots of the liberal arts in the United States. Hope also already mentioned the Distinguished Visitors Program, which has long been a gem but is now doing even more on this campus. Our most recent visitor, of course, was my old friend Kevin Wilmot. And for everyone that was able to meet him while he was here, he brought us all closer to winning the Kevin Bacon game. Because if there's 6 degrees of separation, since we know Kevin and Kevin knows Spike Lee, we are therefore 2 degrees away from every celebrity in the galaxy. And finally, the other innovation we have is our new Murphy Fellows program. And we are truly blessed this year to have 3 wonderful, energetic, creative young scholars with us. Kane Anderson in theater, Elizabeth Lindsay Rogers in English, and Robin Wright in Spanish. Could you all stand up and can we give them a round of applause? So thank you truly to everyone who was involved in conceiving, planning, and now implementing this ambitious new vision for the Hendricks Murphy Foundation. It's a thrill for me to see these new programs taking shape and to see Hendricks Murphy gain an even higher profile on this campus and the lives of our students. Now then, some words of congratulations. Congratulations to our new Murphy Scholars. You are already an impressive and accomplished group with a wide range of interests, backgrounds, experiences, plans, and dreams. And it seems from the slideshow a lot of really artsy photographs of yourselves that you can roll out for events like this. I am thrilled you all applied to this program. I am impressed that you were selected through a very competitive process, and I have all confidence that you will take full opportunity of everything that the Murphy Scholars is going to offer you over the next 3 years. I am envious of the smorgasbord of events and classes and travel and study and fellowship that lies ahead for you all. You are going to have experiences with literature and language that will shape your education, shape your lives and careers, and change you as people. You're fortunate indeed, and I congratulate you. You are also all very bright, with a passion for literature and language, and you are all clearly overachievers, so I'm going to end my comments tonight with a quiz. What I would ask you is the common thread that draws all these great novels together. You may need pen and paper for this. Pride and Prejudice, Fahrenheit 451, 100 Years of Solitude, and The Kitchen God's Wife. What unites this unlikely group? No, they are not all books that you read in high school, or that they are books that you are secretly ashamed to admit that you have never read. And no, seeing the movies or the BBC series does not count. And I'm not going for anything like they all have strong female protagonists or are written in the first person or were banned by the school board in some rural Missouri county. No. These were all great second novels by distinguished authors. And this is my challenge to you, the second group of Murphy scholars. You follow a very gifted inaugural class, which has already done some extremely creative, exciting, and amazing things. But I expect that and even more from you all. Embrace the experience of being a Murphy Scholar. Make the most of the opportunities available to you. Use the tutorials and the fellows and the distinguished visitors and the funding you have as a launch pad, energizing your education and your lives on this campus with literature and language. Live large and do good as Murphy Scholars. Thank you all so much, and congratulations again.
Good evening, everyone. I'm the shadowy figure that Bill was referring to earlier. I also want to let all the new Murphy scholars know that I'm also one of those kids that used to go to bed at night and would crack the door open and put the book there at the edge until my mother would come in and be, "Time to go to bed now, don't quit reading those books." So, I think all of us have these sorts of things in common that I'm sure you folks will all get a chance to talk to each other about. So it's my distinct pleasure to congratulate all of you again. I'm really looking forward to getting to know you and see you at the programming that comes through the Murphy House. And it's also my distinct pleasure then to do the actual induction ceremony. So as you were being tutored out in the hall, what I will ask you to do is I call your name, if you would please come up and sign your name in the registry, and then you will get your certificate, and then go ahead and come back down to your seat. Okay? All right, so we will start with Roshane Ali. Jordan Reed Borst. Dashiana Brown. Blythe Bull. Graydon Carter. Peyton Kaufman. Ben Curry. Julianne Darden. Katie Davino. Zabe Evans. Emily Harris. Max Hancock. Leah Headley. Tazeen Ismail. Bailey Jennings Wells. Rebecca Levin. Hannah Lieberman. Abby Lynch. Allison Monroe. Matthew Perkins. Everett Roddy. Miraj Saeed. Callie Summerlin. Sarah Weems. Eva Jha. Please join me in congratulating all of the new Murphy Scholars.
Thank you again for coming to be with us tonight, and we ask that you join us for a reception over in the Murphy House to mingle with the scholars and celebrate further. Thanks again.